Welcome back, Forest Park. I'm Don Jones. I'm the city manager of City of Forest Park. And it's April 7th, and we want to talk about things that have been going on since the last time we had a show. So what has changed and what's taken place? Obviously, the city and everybody's talking about throughout the country this COVID-19 issue. We're responding to that, and we continue to respond to that. The most important thing for us is to keep city services, make sure that our first responders are taken care of and that they're working and that they're able to get to serve the public and to protect them as well. That being said, what's changed? Last week we issued a state of emergency. What does that mean? State of emergency really allows certain powers for the city to use in the event that they're necessary. Some of these would be the ability to, from our standpoint, the ability to make purchases without having to go out for bid. That really isn't important for us right now. We have everything we need, and we don't anticipate buying something that would cost an excess amount of money. So, but if push comes to shove, we have the ability to do that, and we have this state of emergency in place. But most importantly, what it's going to do is it sets us up to be reimbursed through FEMA or some other federal and state grants if they become available. Right now, there aren't any. We believe there will be, but we want to make sure that we protect the city's interest and that we're able to apply for those funds. And there's no roadblocks for us not doing something along the way. So we've declared a state of emergency within the city of Forest Park. We also want to talk about police scheduling. This is probably the most important thing we want to talk about today. The police have shifted their department into two separate units. That's to protect them and the public. We want to make sure that if one individual in one shift gets sick and exposed to the COVID virus, we don't lose an entire department because of exposure to everyone. By the way it works, because of the fact that the incubation period doesn't show up for several days and even weeks. So we've shifted the department into two units. We've scheduled them differently so that they aren't really overlapping and they're not going to have a lot of contact, if any. What that means is we're using mutual aid. If in the event that there's an emergency, we will always have a Forest Park officer in charge running Forest Park. That's always given. We also will have our folks continuing to patrol and service the citizens' needs. But in the event that they're out and we need additional police protection or additional police services, we've entered into mutual aid agreements with the city of Springdale and the city of Sharonville. This goes both ways as well. That mutual aid agreement allows us to provide services. So if you have a service and you have a need and a city of Sharonville or city of Springdale police officer answers your call, that's okay. That's to be expected. Whether they are Forest Park officers, Springdale officers, or Sharonville officers, we need to make sure that we give them respect and help them stay safe and keep yourself safe. So they have police powers and they may show up, but don't be surprised. They're there to service and they're there to help. Our officers will also help service Springdale and Sharonville. So the three cities are working together to protect their police departments. One of the other things that we need to update on, last time we talked, the city buildings were closed until the first week of April. Based on some of the information and the governor's extension of the stay-at-home order, we are going to have our buildings closed to the public through May 4th. We're still operating, we're still in business, we're still processing, and we're just doing it differently. A lot of our folks are working from home. We're still processing tax returns. The tax return date and payment date has been moved to July 15th. It follows the federal tax return deadline and payment deadline. So don't worry if you haven't got your information in yet. You have till July 15th. If you want to make sure you get it in, we have drop boxes available at the building. Again, take a look. They're easily marked. So let's talk about information. This video is information. We're trying to communicate with the public directly. We want to make sure that you're using trusted sources when you go out and you're getting information and you're making decisions about your own health and the way you're going to manage your situation. Make sure you're looking for national information. You're looking at the CDC, the Center for Disease Control. For the state, we're looking at the Ohio Department of Public Health. And locally, we're using the Hamilton County Public Health Department. Those are the main sources that we would rely on to make public health decisions. Make sure that you're looking at that. Those sources are available, and links to those sources are available on our website. So I would refer you to our website or directly to those other websites. But if you come to forestpark.org, and we'll have COVID information there, and that information has been cleared and we have it available. Those links are good, and they can hopefully answer all of your questions. So make sure that you're using those trusted sources to protect yourself and protect your family during this time. Let's talk about what the information is. Stay at home. That's the big thing. If you stay at home, follow the public health information, wash your hands, do the things that you're supposed to do, make sure that the hygiene and cleanliness is there, but stay at home. And I'm going to give you an anecdotal situation that I saw personally. And if you think about it, who knows what could happen, but group of young folks in a car, at least 6 of them. Obviously, they weren't practicing social distancing, and this was just a week ago. One of them gets out of the car, he's still talking, walks in his house, and I know the house has elderly individuals and people with compromised health issues. Wherever he was with that group of kids and that group of friends, wherever they were, the people they were in contact with, all 6 people in the car, wherever they were, all of that just got taken into that house, and those people in that house were exposed to it. So think about not just yourself, but think about your friends, your family, the people that you care about. When you're out and you're not following the rules and practicing social distancing, and you're out with groups of people, when you come back home, are you coming back home to yourself, or are you coming back home to people? If you've got people in that house, you're exposing them and you're taking their lives at risk. Just don't do it. Follow the rules, stay at home. There's no reason to be out doing it right now. This is the time, this last 3 weeks of this situation through the beginning of May, all the people, all the experts talking about, this is where we really have to hunker down and follow the rules if we're going to kick this thing and beat it. So just stay at home and follow the health precautions that everyone tells you to do. Finally, we are going to have a city council meeting on April 20th. That meeting will be virtual. It will be telecast live by Waycross Media. So look at our website, come to our website. We'll have more information about the time and the timing and how you can take a look at that. But that'll be April 20th. That'll be our next meeting. We're basically business as usual. We're moving forward with our streets program. We're also moving forward with our notes and our bonding program and our leasing program. So we are doing the things that we need to do to continue to operate and be safe. Thank you very much.